Key, where do you think would be the best fit for Zeke?
Well, Adam mentioned the Dallas Cowboys, which is obviously a fit if he goes back there. But I think you can start to look at it. You look at Buffalo, right? Buffalo wants to try and run the football outside of Josh Allen. I think when you look at Zeke, it wasn't necessarily about his performances. It was about the money. He did have 12 rushing touchdowns on the ground. He averaged on the ground about 3.9 yards. In his career, he's averaged over 4 yards a carry. So he is a goal line red zone nightmare for defenses. And Buffalo needs that help. The Cincinnati Bengals can use him as well. And Adam did mention the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, when you think about Zeke, so much of it, to Key's point, goes back to the money that he made, the money that he was paid. And a lot of people looked at the production and compared it to that money, and that's sort of a cautionary tale, Mina. So what should the next move for the Cowboys be when it comes to the running back position?
They need to draft a running back. I've seen them linked with Bijan Robinson, who, I love. That might be a little bit rich given some positional need, but there's a lot of really great running backs in this draft. And I think they need to do so, frankly, to learn from the mistakes of the Ezekiel Elliott contract. Tony Pollard, you guys have heard me beat the drum for him forever, is fantastic. They tagged him. Perhaps they can get a more reasonable deal done. We're going to talk about Miles Sanders in Carolina that I would classify as reasonable. But even bringing Pollard back, you still want a younger running back to complement him and potentially compete with him in your room. I think going with two veterans would be a mistake for this team. That's a position where they should seek to get younger while bringing Tony Pollard back into the fold this year.
And that's the thing about Ezekiel Elliott. He makes Tony Pollard better. He complements him. They need him not only for the production that he brings, but for the way he helps preserve Tony Pollard and makes him a better back. So Mina's exactly right. They're going to have to replace that, whether it is with Zeke, a back in the draft, a back in free agency. It's a soft free agent running back market. Perhaps there's a running back out there who hasn't found the type of deal that he wants and would like to go play for Dallas on a cheap deal, on a one-year deal, be productive next to Tony Pollard, and hit free agency again a year from now.
It's going to be fascinating to see how Bijan Robinson fits into this conversation. It feels like a very Jerry Jones thing to potentially do. They have that 27th pick, which Mina mentioned could be a little rich for a running back, but Bijan Robinson is different.
I don't think he'll last at 27.
I don't either. I mean, that's the thing. That's the hard part is he may not still be there. Somebody else will grab him up. He is an incredible, fantastic player.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.